All right, so this is Dave with CR Property Services. Met with John and the buyers here earlier. John's the superintendent for Tripointe Homes. Super nice guy. We went through and did the final walk today. So the purpose of this video is just to kind of recap our punch list items, the IOU type stuff, you know, post-close. With the rains, there were certain things that couldn't get done because it was muddy. So we'll go through the video. It makes it a lot easier to kind of pinpoint items that we could have missed during the walk. So this is a good recap resource here to kind of refer to, as opposed to sending tons and tons of photos on an email. The link serves us well for future reference. So let's get started. So here you have the exterior touch-up items. You can see the stem wall needs to be painted. And then we have those items marked here. Paint, stem wall, and then right over here, we understand this is going to be replaced afterwards. So the home should look like this. So that's going to be the panel that's going to match there. They're just on back order, so we understand that's not going to, we're not going to have a window, so that's going to get changed out. Okay, some paint. Now we do love the composite gate. Super excited about that. That's awesome. We don't have to treat and paint that. And then we did see some paint work over here, and then we do have some stucco that was probably looked like it was damaged and chipped during this install right here. Actually, we'll continue to the exterior, do that, and then I'll cruise into the back. One thing I want to mention is in the courtyard entryway, they're going to install coating on the top, like a surface cover, and I'll touch on that here in just a little bit. I just don't want to forget to take a picture of that or a video of it. But here, as you can see, paint, blue tape for the paint. On the opposite side, we have some green tape for the stucco. But again, same thing, stem wall needs to get painted. Here on the fascia, there was a couple marks that needed to get covered up. So again, nothing unusual, kind of what we expected to see. Paint, drywall, stucco, it's kind of what we expect at every closing. We just know that there's certain things that get dinged and touched. While cleaners, I mean, it's easy to happen to scratch a wall, but again, we want to address as much as possible before taking possession of the home. And then we also understand that warranty can handle some of this stuff for us, at the post-close and at the 11th month warranty walk. All right. So I'll make my way to the front courtyard and then we'll walk the rest of the house. So here are the cracks that we saw on the pour. That's going to get fixed, coated. A couple paint tags. But yeah, see, we just have too many cracks here. A beautiful home, but again, for the price point, we want to make sure that that this end product is delivered in which the fashion we expected. So, in fairness to us, we say, hey, we understand that there is a shortage in materials, there are a shortage on vendors. However, we still expect a good product, just as we do, as real estate agents, as business owners. We make sure that we provide an excellent service, that regardless if there's a shortage on material or certain things that are out of our control, we have the ability to control and make things right. And so that's what we're asking, and that's why we're pointing this out, to say, hey guys, we didn't just buy this one home. think we did like 16, 17 homes, and I want to say 3 or 4 with Mary Kay alone or Tripointe this year. And so, you know, we're not picking on anybody. We just want to say, hey guys, you know, make it right. Okay. So here's something that I noticed too when we were walking earlier, and you can see that bottom baseboard is bowed out, so we'll turn that over to warranty afterwards. And of course that hood needs to get installed. Saw that. That's obvious, of course. And we have a chip up there that was noted. We have one of these doors is tagged for replacement. Oh, there it is. There's one. That's the same tag. Okay. So I'll make my way over here. Two things we saw today. So one, you have a drywall crack that wasn't present during the pre-walk. So maybe when the filter was installed, maybe that. All right, so here's the continuation of where I left off. So right over here, you can see there's a crack in that drywall. So possibly when that vent was opened up to put that filter in. And the filter itself is short by about ½ an inch, as you can see. I know we went over that with John. So again, this is just, you know, recapping what needs to be repaired. Two things over here were the vents. So over here, there's residue in that corner inside the vent, and it's like got like an oily drip. So we're, you know, we want that cleaned and painted so it looks nice. And also to check out what, you know, where that drip's coming from. Make sure that's not a leak issue, you know, for in the future. So there's one, and we also saw it in this front room too. So this is the front bedroom. If you're facing the home to the front, it's right on the left-hand side. And there we go. Get as close as I can so you can see it. Right there in that corner. Same thing. Now over here, we're looking to have this fixed. I know Jim pointed this out when he was here for the pre-walk last week, but it doesn't look like it got taken care of. You can see there's some missing grout there. Not grout, gosh, geez, caulking. Thinking of grout because we're looking over here at the grout that needs to get installed. And then here in the master shower, there was a screw that was removed. And I know John made a note of this, but here's a picture too. There's just a screw hole that needs to be sealed and painted. I think everything in this room looked pretty good. The garage, actually, that's one item I do not want to forget. So we brought this up very early on in the construction phase when we saw that the foundation was poured. There was some pretty bad cracks here. And this is probably one of our biggest gripes about the whole build entirely. It was like, you can see it's patched right here. There's nails, there's, you know, some debris and stuff left behind, settling cracks. Certain things we understand that you're going to have some settling. But some of the cracks, you know, like that just doesn't look good. I mean, honestly, there's no other way to say it. I mean, it looks terrible. And this is, you know, not a $200,000-$300,000 home. But again, my point would be, as far as delivering a good sound product, I don't think we should take the price of the home into consideration. It's more about quality and say, hey guys, we're delivering something that's sound. So we brought these cracks up very early on in the process and was thinking, hey, it's going to get repaired. Filled in better than what it is. Of course, these were actually in really bad shape, and you know, it looks better. But again, kind of to my point is, you know, there's a difference between it being better and saying, okay, it meets the tolerance requirement. And then for us, well, yeah, it meets the tolerance requirement, but is it okay? In our opinion, it's not. And so we're asking for a fair solution to this, and what I think is fair is putting epoxy flooring on. Considering everything, right? We didn't buy just one home, we didn't complain about it at the very last moment and expect, hey, you know, just fix this because we're griping about it. No, we brought it early on, there wasn't a whole lot done, we had no follow-up, we sent pictures of it early on, follow-up correspondence, and nothing really happened. So that's really why we got to the point of frustration here, and why we're saying, hey guys, you know what, this is what we're hoping that you do. And that's what I would do if I was a builder. I would, and other builders have done it with far less defects than what we're showing here. They just said, hey, they contacted, you know, the folks who poured the concrete. They figured out who was going to cover it. Happened behind the scenes, which, you know, for us, they didn't tell us how it all went down, but they took care of it. LGI did one, D.R. Horton did one, Richmond American did one. And they just took care of it. So again, you know, that's what we're looking for. Fair, just a fair resolution. So I think that sums it up for the most part. You know, again, I just want to say that, you know, we're not picking on anybody. The main goal is just take care of the stuff that needs to get done. You know, we closed on another home with Tripointe 3 months ago, and there was a lot of IOU items at the end, and we said, hey, that's cool, you can access the home afterwards. And you know, we showed up several weeks later and nothing was done. So that's, you know, it was frustrating. And so that's why we're bringing it up. Again, not complaining. It's a beautiful home, gorgeous home. Just want it done right. All right, appreciate it.